Good day. The webinar will start in 1 minute. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our series webinars. This is Sharif Ibrahim, and on behalf of Cancel, I would like to thank you for joining us today, and hope everyone is doing well through this hard time. So this webinar is part of a series webinar that we'll be holding in the next couple of weeks, and we started the first one last week, and we'll be covering different areas, including laser scanning technology, workflows, different solutions, in addition to drones, and also other geospatial applications as well. So today the main focus will be about the point cloud viewers. And the reason behind this webinar is to address a very important piece in our workflow, especially for clients who are working with any type of 2D or 3D, like photogrammetry, images, or point clouds. So we actually have this question all the time from our clients who's like collecting laser scanning data or working with point clouds. The question is how they could share the data with their clients. So the idea here, once you collect the data, how you could collaborate with your clients. Your client doesn't have a software to visualize the data, doesn't have even like a desktop solution or like a laptop. So here in this webinar, we're going to show the different solutions we have in-house to share the data with your client, visualize it, also to grab some information from the point cloud in addition to collaboration as well. So go to the next slide. So quick bio about myself. Sharif Ibrahim was Cancel. I'm the scanning and photogrammetry lead based out in Vancouver. Almost 7 years with Cancel, leading the team, professional team who's responsible for providing consulting services, training for our clients and support. So anything related to the point cloud, data coming from total station, laser scanners, LiDAR, aerial data as well. I'm happy to co-host the presentation, this webinar with my colleague Benoit Lachapelle. So Benoit.
Yes, so my name is Benoit Lachapelle. I'm part of the technical support team and professional services team. I'm a junior geomagic engineer. I graduated 3 years ago at Laval University in Quebec City, where I'm based at Cancel. So since then, I'm working at Cancel.
Okay, thanks, Benoit. So a quick agenda, and before we start the agenda, just a bit of administration. Everybody's going to be muted during the webinar, and if you have any question, please type it in the question panel in the bottom right corner, and we'll keep the last 5 minutes to answer your questions. So if you have any question that we couldn't answer, please reach out to us, either me or Benoit, or your local sales rep. In addition, this webinar is going to be recorded, so you can view it later in our website. So feel free to go to the cancel.ca website, and also you'll find other webinars. So quick introduction about Cancel. We over like 50 years serving, you know, the Canadian business market here. We are 100% Canadian owned and operated, over 600 employees coast to coast, and we have over 20 branches across the country. Regarding the Cancel group of companies, we have a couple of sister companies here, starting from SolidCAD, which is dealing with Autodesk business, providing training and consultant services as well. Building Point for vertical construction, Trimble laser scanners, and Images for satellite-derived data, geospatial data, and field epics. Vantage for precision agriculture, LiDAR, Trimble. And we have also Cobalt for printing and equipment and supplies, in addition to wide format.
All right,
so we'll yeah, go ahead, Benoit.
Thank you, Sharif. So before talking about viewers, let's talk a little bit about hardware. So here is all the different possibilities of hardware we provide here at Cancel, and with which we can collect point cloud data. So we have, for example, terrestrial scanners as Pharos and Trimbles. UAVs, we have photogrammetry or LiDAR-based solutions as UX11 and micro drones. And finally, we have also some mobile mapping equipment. Here in the middle, we see the Trimble's MX9. So those solutions can all provide point clouds. So once it's collected, the problem usually is to share the data with other people that may not have already point cloud software. So the easiest way to do that is a screenshot of our screen, but it doesn't talk that much. That's why viewers are a great solution, and that's what we are going to talk about today. So if we go through a basic workflow with point cloud survey, so we go in the field, we do the survey, and then we process the raw data, either with something like Scene Pharo, Realworks, Recap Pro, or TVC, or even a UAV or mobile mapping solution in those cases. And then we, at the bottom here, we see the 4 major types of deliverables that we usually come up with point clouds. So we have the feature extractions, the modeling, analysis like volumes and deformation. And finally, we have the sharing and collaboration. So that's the main deliverable we're going to talk today. And for your information, each of those type of deliverables, we have a webinar on those subjects. So stay tuned in the coming webinars. So a point cloud viewer, for whom? So as I said, so it's basically for anyone who didn't process the data but want to consult it. So we have our colleagues that may not have the right software already installed on their computer, our clients, and our project partners. So there's 2 ways to share data. We can share it through a USB stick or hard disk, but in our times with the COVID-19, it's even better to share it through the cloud. So that's the way we share data, and it's even better if it's in a viewer and not just a screenshot. So how to evaluate if the viewer fits our need? There is like 4 major points we need to look at. First, the cost. Is it free? If not, is it valuable? After that, is it easy to share and collaborate? Some are easier than others. The main point is here for the sharing is that usually the point cloud data is pretty huge. A lot of gigs, sometimes in terabytes, so we need an easy solution to do that. After that, is it easy to use or not? Most of the time, the people, our colleagues or partners, aren't point cloud specialists. So it needs to be easy, and most of the time, if possible, they need to be able to use the viewer without any training prior to that. So that's another point. And finally, what are the capabilities of measurements and visualization tools within the viewer? Some are simpler, some are more complicated, and once again, we need to take all of that into consideration. So there are many solutions, all with pros and cons, and in the end, you need to choose which one of those fit your needs. So here are the kind of tool we can see normally within point cloud viewers. So some point cloud viewers, you can see the point cloud. Others, you can also see the panoramic 360 pictures. Some you see just the pictures. For the measurements, some are just within pictures. Some are within point cloud for like distances, areas, volumes. Some allows easy collaborations, so you can share annotations, comments, and links between users in real time for the viewers that are online. And in some advanced viewers, you can even take and export ortho photos and even export part of the point cloud or even station data directly from those. So today we'll see briefly 9 major point cloud viewer. All of those viewers come from 3 of our major providers at Cancel. So we have Autodesk that are sold with SolidCAD, our branch that sold the Autodesk software. With Autodesk, we have Recap and we have Recap 360. With Faro solutions, we have Faro SceneLight, we have Faro WebShare, and we have Faro SceneGo. And finally, with Trimble, we have 4 solutions. We have TBC in Trimble Business Center in viewer mode. We have Trimble Clarity. We have Trimble Realworks Viewer and Trimble Railworks Publisher. So there are 3 main categories of viewer. So some are desktop solution, which means you need to install a software. So the viewer is itself a software. Some others are in HTML based, so with local files, so we can just start them. They're gonna open up without any installation, and we can then see the point cloud. And finally, some are cloud-based, online, so they don't need any download, any installation, and they offer dynamic collaboration in real time through users. So that's the main points here. So the first viewer is Autodesk Recap. So you may know this one because it's probably one of the most popular. It's the Autodesk free software that can do almost everything with the point cloud. It mainly serves as a viewer and a converter by transforming all standard formats into a recap project, a .rcp. So those .rcp are the format necessary to import the point cloud into any Autodesk software as Civil 3D, Revit, Inventor, Map 3D, etc. So it's basically the free version of Recap Pro. So if you install Recap Pro, after the first 30 days of trial, your license will be turned into Recap that is free. So it's one of the bridge between Scene and as-built. So for those who are processing data from Faros into Scene and then want to do some feature extraction and modelization with as-built, you can use Recap that do the bridge between those two software, between AutoCAD and Scene. So what's needed from the point cloud creator is to install the software and create the data. And from the viewer, you just need to install Recap, receive the data, and open it. So the pro here is that it's the best to use with Autodesk software. The con, however, is that the RCP file is kind of big. So if you need to send those data to a client, you'll need either a physical USB stick or maybe it take a lot of time through the cloud. So here is a recap 360. So this one is an online platform in the Autodesk 360 cloud. So this one is one of the most simplest one. So it's really easy. You just have to send, once the data is uploaded to your Autodesk 360 account, you just need to send the link to your clients or colleagues so they can visualize the data and take measurements, leave annotation, etc. However, the con here is it's just 360 panoramic pictures. So you don't have the point cloud itself. You just have panoramic pictures, and behind each pixels, the images, the 3D coordinates are hidden. So you can make annotations, select some areas, measure distance, but just all within one pictures. So it's simple, but there's not a lot of tools. So you see in the videos, we can leave some annotations and area of interest. And we can jump from a station to another with the map on the left, the right, sorry. For the Realworks Viewer, we have, first of all, we have the SceneLight. So this solution is a desktop solution, so we need an installation. It's basically all the visualization and export tools that we find within Realworks Scene, except the registration tools. So if you already use Scene to register and process the data, this one is great because it's directly use your Scene data, and you can view it and export any part of it in any standards format without any license. So that's the pro. You play directly with the Realworks project, but the con is that you need installation and you need to have all the data from Scene. So you need to download it or either receive it on a USB stick. SceneGo, this one is an HTML-based viewer, so it need to be you can create it within Scene. So it's a free plugin in Scene. So if you have Scene, you can generate this viewer. So it creates a folder that you can share with your clients. And in the folder, you have pictures, you have point cloud per scan, and you can send it to your clients and colleagues. So you just need to open up the folder and then launch either the Mac or Windows version. And without any installation, you'll be able to visualize the point cloud per station and all the panoramic pictures and take measurement. However, here the published version of SceneGo doesn't allow any modification, so you can't leave annotation and share comments with dynamically with your colleagues. So it's saved. It's you can't modify it afterwards. For the Scene web share, so this one is one of the most complete viewer here that we have for terrestrial scanner. So it's Realworks paid online platform with that have almost all functionality we can need from a viewer. So you can create auto pictures, you can extract part of the point cloud, you can extract some station. So in the small videos, we'll see that in a few moments. You can go through the whole point cloud within your web browser. You can go through some part of the point cloud. You can go through panoramic images, take measurements, calculate area. So that's a lot of, and you can also do some sharing of annotation and comments between users. So that's one of the best here to do some collaboration. So that's the most complete one. I would say the con here is that it has some annual fees. But if you have a lot of need and you want a lot of tools, that's one of the good solutions here. So in the video, we see we can go through the point cloud and then back to the station view. And if we hit export, we can either select point cloud part or even station directly. And now we need to define an area if you want to export a part of the point cloud. So what's impressive here is that you can see the whole point cloud. You can see it in 3D, all in your web browser without any installation. So if you have a quick internet connection, that shouldn't be a problem, even if the project is kind of big. So now we're setting elevation to export part of the data. So the maximum height, minimum height, and what's within that box now, we can export it as standard format, as E57, RCP, XYZ. And we can set a resolution for the number of points we want. So that's pretty much it for the web share. Now for the Trimble's one, the first one here is Trimble Business Center. So this one is also a desktop solution as a SceneLight. However, this one is the same installation as the normal TBC. So if you install TBC, even if you don't have a license, it will be automatically in viewer mode. So you can import any standard point cloud format here. And it's able to go around and make some measurements between some points. So it's good for any surveyor that already have TBC or for any surveyor that want to see the point cloud with standard conventional survey data as GNSS or total station. So you can put all together here and see how it looks like. And it's good for anything that is georeferenced. So for UAV, so drones and mobile mapping solution, that's a great tool. However, the con here is that without the full scanning module license, except going around and making some measurements, you don't have a lot of tools here. But it's free. So Trimble Clarity, this one is the Trimble's Unlight platform to share some point cloud data. So this platform is oriented for georeference object. So you can display point clouds. You can upload the data either directly with TBC if you have the license, or you can even drag and drop some LAS point cloud from your computer or any cloud as Google Drive, OneDrive, etc. So what's good with this platform is that any point cloud or 3D shapes are shown on Google Earth-like platform. So you see the buildings, the road, everything's georeferenced. So that's pretty nice. And the con, I would say, for this one is the price to use it. But you have a free version in which you can download up to 2 projects so if you want to try it, you can try it as of today with a free demo. You can, as you can see on the video, you can also upload like buildings and IFC formats. And if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure you can also upload DXF shapefiles and see everything together. There's the Realworks Viewer. So this one is kind of the same thing as SceneLight. So it's a desktop viewer. You need to install this one. So then you can import a Realworks project or any standard point cloud format. You have a bunch of tools to go around. You can do some cross section and visualize them. So it's good to go around and make sure everything's fine. The cons, however, is that it's kind of hard to use for someone that is new to point cloud. So I wouldn't recommend this one for project partners. But if you have a good knowledge already of point cloud and how to go around, it's kind of complete to visualize point cloud. And finally, here we have the Railworks Publisher. So this one is kind of the same thing as SceneGo. So with Railworks, you can create an HTML-based viewer, and then when it's created, you just need to share it with your clients. They can open it without any installation. They can visualize the station. They can do some measurements. And if you allow them to, they can even extract part of the point cloud here into LAS and E57. So that need no installation. So it's a good way to share data. You can also create annotation and send them to your colleagues and project partner. So you can do a lot of collaboration here too. So to do that, however, you need the Trimble Realworks license, obviously, to be able to publish this one.
Okay, great. Thanks, Benoit, for the presentation. So we'll give you a couple of minutes to write down your questions in the question panels here. So just maybe recap what we have seen today. So Benoit presented, the different solutions we have in-house to visualize your geospatial data. So it ranges from desktop solutions like SceneLight, Recap, different viewers for Business Center and Railworks. Also the HTML. So if your client doesn't have like a desktop to install the software, so everybody got like a web browser right now. So this solution creates just an HTML version of the project. We are able to just click on the HTML and we'll have access to the data. And the last solution was the cloud base, where you could host the data on the server. And a couple of these solutions offer collaboration. So most of them are just like data sharing and maybe taking dimensions. But I believe we have a couple of options here, like the Fair Web Share to Go and the Autodesk Recap 360, where you can collaborate. So if your client would like to add some annotations, some comments on the data, so you can share them back and forth with your colleague. So so Benoit, could you maybe show us the Clarity web page?
Yeah.
So we still have a couple of minutes here, 2 to 3 minutes. So I have a question regarding if I'm not like a Business Center user, can I still have access to this service?
Yes, you can upload it directly with the browser. So you can connect your also your cloud service to that. So you can connect to your Google Drive account, to OneDrive account. So if your data is uploaded there and it's in LAS, for example, for the point cloud, you can then upload it to Clarity and see how it goes. And if we go down here, you have all the solutions here, and you see that the personal is free, and you can upload up to 2 projects. So it's good if you want just to try it and see how your data looks like in this platform.
Okay, great. Thanks, Benoit. So I believe we have to stop here. We are running out of time. So please feel free to reach out to either me or Benoit if you have any question. I would be happy to help you with that. And once again, we'll be recording this video, so it's going to be available shortly in our website. So feel free to share it with your colleagues, and also please have a look at the other webinars we have in our website, cancel.ca. So once again, on behalf of Cancel, I would like to thank you for taking the time today to join us, and hopefully we'll see you soon on our next webinar series. So stay tuned and take care.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah.